a lot of time, uh, people tend to choke themselves up. When I mean choking yourself up, like making the time for family and time for work clash together, thereby making one to suffer and the other one maybe having like an upper hand or something. There are some men, when they are working like this, whether they are business owners or what do you call them, salary earners, as soon as they put their head to work, they face their work. They want to satisfy their boss at the detriment of their family. And when you ask such men, they will tell you, my family understand. You are always at work. They send you on errand to every state. Oh, God, only you did. In a month, you will barely and hardly have time for your family. Only you did. When you talk, they will say, it's because they know that I'm very proficient. That's why. Go and sit down. There is no man that is indispensable. So we get to learn how to manage balancing our work life with family. It is very important, very, very important. So whether you are a man or a woman, listen to these few points that I want to share with you. They are just tips, you know. If you want to follow them, it will help you. If you don't want to follow them, the Lord is your strength. So one of the things you should do is making sure you have a to-do list. To-do list is very important. I think this thing, I need to sit down so that it will drive home. A to-do list, so that you have what you call family time and work time. Are you the type that works from Monday to Saturday? I remember while I was single, I worked with a particular school that runs for 7 days. Is it 7 days? No, sorry, I beg your pardon, 6 days. So we work from Mondays to Saturdays. What the owner of the school did was to have a timetable for Saturdays so that every staff will not be in school on Saturdays. Do you understand? So like in a term, as a staff, you may appear like 2 times in a term on Saturday schools. Do you understand what I mean? So a to-do list is very, very important. In that to-do list, you map out for yourself and your family when to have a family meeting. You know, sometimes when we talk about family meetings, some people will say, my children are still 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Say, what are we going to be discussing? A lot of things. See, this is Gen Z. No be like that time where our great-grandparents do. So you move with the flow of things. Map out family time. Okay, on Saturdays, I have wash to do. I have meal preparation to do as a husband, as a wife. Do you understand? So you know that Saturday evenings is for the family. You sit around, you listen to the beautiful nonsenses that your children want to say. In all of those stories, there are senses. And then your children will be looking forward to that. To-do list. 1. 2, you have a wardrobe. Even if you don't have a hanging wardrobe, maybe you have a box, whatever it is. Map out the clothes you are going to wear for the week. Bring them out. Use weekend to bring them out. Sort them out. So that not on Monday morning you are rushing. Hey, you are doing this, you are doing this, you are doing that. So sort out the things you are going to use to go for work for the rest of that week. 3, delegate duties. I want to believe that in this 21st century, we do no longer have men that will cross their leg and allow their wife to go to the market, to come back, wash, cook, prepare the children and all of that. I want to believe that we do not have such a man. So that is what I mean by delegate duties. As a father of the house, delegate duties. These are the ones you should be manning. These are the ones your wife should be manning. If it is too much for you people, you can accept either a live-in help or a help that comes once every week or comes and goes. That's what I mean by delegating duties and accepting help. Because there are some people that it's difficult for them to accept help. For instance, me. It was difficult for me to allow anybody to wash my clothing because there is no way you will wash it and you will satisfy me. So while I was growing up, even if I'm sick, my siblings will barely wash my clothes because when you finish washing it, as soon as I recover, I pack all of those clothes and begin to wash them again. So that discourages help. But after marriage, the thing was still there. My husband struggled a lot with me before I let go. Why? Because I have accepted to what? I accepted to accept help. Do you understand? So just know that you are not an island. In this thing called marriage, bah, you are a team with your husband. Then when children comes in, you also get them involved. Because by so doing, you're also grooming them to know how to live their life so that they will not also allow their family to suffer at the expense of their job, or their job to suffer at the expense of their family. And that's where we are talking about what? Balance. Do you understand? Then the next thing is have a meal timetable. A meal timetable, so that you know what to prepare at time. Per time. Because majority of the time you hear some women, children, what are we going to do? What are we eating today? Daddy, honey, what are we eating? The husband will say, I don't know, anything you want. Anything you prepare, I will eat. So to avoid such, because such kind of a thing also brings imbalance between you and your job. Do you understand? Then, what's the next thing to do? Try to have time for yourself. They call it my me time. Time where you can just relax. Either you are listening to music, you are journaling. What we call journaling is writing down some things, some inspirations that come. See, at times when my husband and I chit chats, sometimes he's telling me some things. What I'm hearing is different from what he's saying. I get a lot of inspiration each time I discuss with him. And quickly, as soon as he hits me, I will tell him, honey, help me. Let's write it down. Do you understand? So your me time shouldn't be thwarted, because that helps you to exhale and relax from the pressure from work and family. Me time is very important. Me time for yourself. Me time for you and your husband is very, very important. Try to have a what do you call it? I'm looking for the word. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the word. Extracurricular activity time. Game time. Could be playing what? It could be playing Ludo. It could be playing some brain games. Scrabbles and all of that. All of these things honestly helps you to relax. You really need to relax. Everything is not work. Everything is not solving problem. You too, you need your problem to be solved. Let your skin rest. Let your mind rest. Let your head rest and relax. Sometimes you need to lie down and sleep. If the sleep is not coming, we call it rest. Just lie on that bed. In your me time, you can do anything. You can decide to journal. You can decide to listen to music. You can decide to just watch movies. You can decide to do some search, and you can just decide to lie on that bed or on the floor as the way you feel comfortable without sleeping. You just lie there and you rest. It gives you some kind of healing. I think these are the few points I have. I know there might be many you can share with us so that others can also learn from it, so that we enjoy life. See, life is one, and you need to enjoy it to the fullest. So don't let one aspect of life to suffer at the detriment of the other. Let's create a balance.